I will never forget the day this wealthy woman looked me square in my eyes and said these words to me. The company I used to work for dispatched me to a very wealthy area in South Florida. When I got to her building, her condo was near the top floor. She was probably in her late 70s, early 80s, very timid woman, and her husband wasn't really too friendly. But anyways, I got the issue resolved, and when I was getting ready to leave, I started to make my way to the front door, and there she was standing in the kitchen, just holding a little compact mirror, putting on lipstick, and I said, "Ma'am, it was nice meeting you. I'm getting ready to leave. Do you have any other questions?" She says, "No, thank you. But one thing, take a look at these pictures on the wall." And she pointed to pictures of herself when she was younger. She says, "Wasn't I beautiful?" Now, even though I was single at the time, you couldn't pay me to comment on the customer's appearance while I'm on the clock because one, I felt it was unprofessional. Two, if my job found out, I can get in trouble. And three, she was married. However, it wasn't really what she asked me that moved me. It was the way she asked me. You can tell by the sound of her voice. She wasn't being egotistical. She wasn't being conceited. You can sense the brokenness in her spirit. So I said, "Ma'am, not only were you beautiful then, but you're beautiful now." And as soon as I said that, she turns, looks at me, and there was tears coming down her face. And I started to freak out inside. I'm like, I'm about to lose my job. Like, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. I didn't even mean to offend you." Her husband's gonna come out and see her crying, and he's gonna ask what I said. And she says, "No, son, you don't understand. My husband, my husband calls me ugly all the time." And I'm like, even though it's been over 8 years ago, it still feels like yesterday, and I keep getting choked up. I can still hear the pain in her voice. I can still see her tears. Be very careful what you say to people, even in the moments of anger. Words are so powerful that people who are beautiful, people who are gifted, talented, people who are smart can actually believe that they're not. The Bible says that gentle words are a tree of life, but a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. If someone has spoken something over you that it has completely destroyed your confidence and you don't see yourself the way God sees you, I want you to understand something. What God says about you overrides every word man has spoken to you. I know it hurts, especially from a parent, a loved one. It can completely wreck you. Although those words may have cut deep and are hard to forget, I want you to know that forgiveness is not impossible. Whenever I think about things that have been done or said to me that I believe were unforgivable, I always remember Jesus forgave me for the unforgivable too. And whether it came from a place of weakness, a place of wickedness, one thing I will not allow anyone to do is put me in a prison of unforgiveness and resentment and bitterness, because that only affects me and not the person that has done it to me. If you are still dealing with unforgiveness because of something someone said to you or did to you, they may not ever apologize, they may not ever take accountability. I pray today is the day you release it and you give it to Jesus so that you can walk in your freedom that he died for, and that person can no longer hold you in bondage anymore. I pray that today will be the day that you decide to take back what the enemy has tried to take from you: your peace, your confidence, and your joy.